Okay, good evening once again. Okay, for today we'll be talking about input tag. Now, input tag are like your search bar. For example, you can just navigate to some website, you see search bar there, and you click on search. So that's an input. Or you want to create a Facebook account, you see like your phone number, your email, your first name, your last name. Those are what we call input. So today we'll be talking about input tag and the image, because I believe the last class we have, you did not understand what the image tag are used for and how to use them in your workspace. So now this is it. Your first input is like this. Input, have your input here. By clicking enter, automatically give you the attribute of type of text, because we have different type. You can, if we want to use a Gmail, here is the type of email, or we choose to use the type of password, we use the type of password. Since we have different type and we want our name to be here, we use the type of text, because what we want to write is a text, which means our name is written in text. Secondly, is what they call the placeholder. For example, you want to create an account. Okay, you can see over here I have the input field where I can just type a bunch of things inside and boom, I'm good to go. Now over the search bar here, you will need to see, okay, let me place this side by side. I'm coming and click on window, where is it? Click on this side by side. Let me place this here. That is it. Once you click on this place, this content here will disappear, and if you want it back, you can click on it to navigate back. Now back to what we are saying. You can see over here we have our input feed, and in your text here there is nothing to see. Now without your placeholder, you can just see something like this and you just continue typing, but you don't know what you are to input in this field. Now for you to know what you are to input, like in Facebook you see your first name, that's when you know where to put your first name, or if it's the last name, there you will know where to put your last name. Over here you need what they call the placeholder attribute. So you write on placeholder. You can see over here by placeholder, just click on tab or enter, or just click on it. Now our placeholder will be written in first name like this. You can see immediately I'm typing first name, over here the first name is showing. Now I know what I'm to do in this input. Now the use of this placeholder is to help your user understand what they want to input in this field. Now anybody seeing this, they'll know that okay, this field is your first name that will be here. Now create another one, another input type of text, because we need the text again, and another placeholder of surname. You can see we have our surname here. Now me typing my first name here and my surname. See, so this is what these are our input field. Now imagine without the placeholder, you will not know what to write. You will not know that this is the first name and this is the second name, right? But the use of this placeholder is to help your user understand what to be imputed in this input field, what's the value that should be imputed in this input field. That is what the use of this placeholder for. And we need another attribute called required. Now for example, I have like 4 inputs, like something like this. Let me shift alternate down arrow. I have something like this, 1 2 3 4 5. Now, and in my workspace, in my website, I have something like first name, phone number, email, password, date. Then I have submit button under here like this. I have submit button like this under it. Yeah. Now if I should fill one like this, 2, okay, 2, 3, 4, going to be compulsory for us to fill. If I want everything to be compulsory for us to fill before we submit, means you need the required attribute, something like this. Now this is it, input to be compulsory to fill before you move to the next. You need compulsory to be filled before you move to the next, and for each input you'll be adding, you need the required attribute for each field. So just choose to write required and change the type of everything. If I want an email input, so I'll just remove the text and write email. Now in your placeholder, you need to tell the user that okay, this place is an email. So you write something like example, okay, at email.com. So this is the placeholder. Now you know that this is the email. This is the email input. You just be typing. Let me click enter first. Something should have displayed. Something should have displayed that it is compulsory for you to add the art. Yeah. Okay, let me submit. We are not linking everything to the submit button. That's the telephone input. We have your text here. Since we need a tel, I told you before that most cases in coding we don't use the normal word, we use abbreviation. So instead of just telephone long like that, we just write the tel. You can see over there we have tel, and here we can just choose to write something like what's number over here required. Now I'm typing a number like 00009894. So that is that. Now mind you, all your inputs should be wrapped under one parent. Now these are child, your inputs are child of a parent, and this is the parent. You need this form like this. You can see you have your let me Ctrl Z. Now let me briefly explain what comments are. Comments are a line of code that you input in your website, or they are tags that you input in your code for them to ignore just one part of code. For example, if I should click on Ctrl// I have my comment. For you to generate your comment automatically, you need this first. Okay, I'm coming. You need this first opening, an exclamation mark, 2 hyphen to open, and automatically it closes with 2 hyphen. So now let me write what the use of this form are. Forms are okay, I believe you get it. These are what we call comments. Now you can see everything that we write here is not displayed on our website. If we should refresh, you see it does not display. So anything you write here will not display. Do you understand? Now these are forms. For example, you have your Google form where they told you to write your name for interview, write your name, your phone number. So these are what forms are. Now the form is holding your input feed. Like, let me copy this, Ctrl X, I'm cutting that out. then pasting it here. Okay, you click on tab to get an indent. Now I want an email also. You can see we are achieving the same thing. So I cut this out, and over here same thing goes here. I paste it here. So you can see I have my first name and my email here. Now I need the phone number to be required, so I need to cut this out also. Wait, my finish. 2 minutes more. So I'll be pasting. Let me paste this here. Now this button, paste the button here also. Now I made a mistake along the way because this is the parent opening and this is the closing. This one is the closing. Now nothing should be written below the closing tag of a parent. So I'll be cutting this out and wrapping it here, number 19. Okay, we pasting that here, and that's that for that. So now if I should input my name like Mole here, let me just type anything and submit. Okay, now you can see what, please include an @ in the email address is missing an @ Okay, now you can see it is compulsory for us to use @email.com for our email placeholder. So here we just have to put the main this thing. You can see automatically it gave me my email and this is my name. Okay, let's try this out. Let's submit. See what we get, and everything is working perfectly. Now if I want to input a date, for example, I create another input of date, and I want to select my date here. So this is it. Immediately I click on this one. If you want the input of date, you can get the input of date now. Just choose the date you want, 2026 of 10. So you can see over here you have your date. Now for the image, let's talk about the image. I'll be commenting this out, and let me comment everything here. Okay. Now this is the image tag. The source attributes locate where your image is being stored, and the alternate attributes explain what is here if the image is not available. Now let me inside this, let me comment this out so that everything will be black. Now I have an image folder here. The system, I have an image here. So over here I'll locate my image by writing images. You can see immediately I have my images folder here. Click on my images, and inside I have a picture, and inside the picture I have this picture here. Now if you should reload, you will see my image. Okay, now you can see the image. Now the image is too big, so I need to add a width of the image. Just write a width here of like 400 px, and once it reload, I have my width of 400 px. And this alternate works for image. If image is not available, that's when your alternate is needed, and if it is available, your alternate is not needed. So we just write image not available. Yeah, and if I should delete this .jpeg, you can see, just wait a bit, now you see image not available has been displayed as the auth. And if I add that G back, you just add 1G, you will see that now the alternate tag is not shown. So end it here for today.